Hello, Guten Tag and Vitam, everybody. My name's Patrick still,
I am still Brandon.
and welcome back to this week's episode of the Happily Depressed podcast. You notice some different languages at the start of this week's. That's because Brandon, we're officially international.
Yeah.
Shout out the 4% of our listeners in Germany and
Yeah.
1% in Poland.
Perfect. I don't know how to say anything in Polish, so the German at the beginning was a good choice.
Well, what I said after Guten Tag.
Oh, was it
hello in
I
Polish.
see what you did there. Nice.
Definitely had to use Google Translate to figure out how to say hello in Polish before.
Yeah, that's
because,
fair.
Well, we're Americans.
We surely are. Yep. Well, we appreciate that anyone outside of the U.S. decided to give us a listen. That's pretty cool to see for sure. So.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Shoot us ideas that you want us to talk about.
Yep, and we will use
gladly talk about international stuff.
Hell yeah, for sure. Send us some crazy conspiracies in your country. We'll talk about
better. Here we go. Hit us up at the email, happilydepressedpod@gmail.com. Send us weird foods from your country and we'll try them on the podcast.
Perfect. Deal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's do that.
I like it. Yeah. Give us some ideas for foods and we'll try them not live, but recorded.
Yeah, as close to live as we can.
Yeah. We upload like an hour or two after we record this, so you'll still get a pretty quick response on how we like your foods. So, all right. Well, with that, let's start off with some really wonky news from Florida that has some video footage. Horrible way to die, and sorry that we're talking about it, but I feel like, it's a pretty big topic. This 85-year-old woman walking her dog next to this, Florida lake got dragged in by this absolutely fucking massive gator and was killed.
Yeah, so I just watched the clip about, 45 seconds ago at this point now?
Yeah.
For the first time, and obviously it's very sad, but how the fuck do you live in Florida and not pay attention when you're by water?
Yeah, if you saw the video,
gators are super common, and in the video on the shitty footage, you can see that thing swimming up from a mile away.
It's fucking cruising too. It's in attack mode. It's absolutely just flying towards her. You see this water just parting for this thing.
Yeah, you got a little bit of paying attention. You don't need much, just a little.
Also, I watched a few interviews after the fact. One, they did pick up the gator and euthanize it.
Yeah, that usually
also, it's absolutely fucking massive. This gator is huge, and I'm, again, condolences to the family. But he was a little full that day when they brought him in. Boy had a fucking full belly, so he was huge. And then also, he was known around that community as being in there. They named him. They literally named him. He was almost like a pet gator that was.
Oh, that's Greg over there swimming in the lake.
Yeah, basically, correct.
Yeah,
you're not wrong. Yeah,
you gotta know just a little bit of paying attention.
Yeah, and I feel horrible for her. She's 85, and it's very sad. But holy shit, that gator was huge, and that is, that's one way I feel like I really truly would not want to go.
Yeah, eaten alive would not be a good way. Eaten alive and drown at the same time.
Just to verify, it was 11 feet long, 600 pounds.
Wow.
11 feet long and 600-pound gator.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's that. Imagine that, if you will. That sounds fucking horrible. Oh, the dog at least survived. That's good. That's good to hear. It's the little victories.
The gator kind of steps past the dog.
Yeah, no, I know. He was looking for a bigger meal, and unfortunately he found it. And again,
wanted about 150 pounds of meal.
Yeah, it's very sad, but holy shit! If there's video that releases that show more, it's gonna be brutal. I'm assuming, and I hope they don't for the family, but also I kind of hope they do because I want to watch it.
That's pretty fucking morbid.
Yep, I know. That's the day and age we live in, though. We like watching this crazy shit, unfortunately. So
It's like a train derailment. You can't look away.
exactly, absolutely. Yeah. All right. Well, Patrick,
Speaking of train derailment, no.
yeah, no, yeah. Actually, am I changing my conspiracy mid podcast? I guess we'll find out here in a little while.
Conspiracy theory that you came up with 10 minutes before sitting down?
Yeah, so like short story, I forgot that it was my week to do conspiracy theory. I for some weird reason thought I did it last week, but so 10 minutes ago I found our conspiracy theory of the week. So there's that.
I'd also like to point out, about 3 to 4 days before the podcast, we always touch base of who's doing what so we can start thinking about it. So, you were aware that you were doing the conspiracy theory. Your brain just said, nope, fuck that, kicked it out.
Yeah, so I went back and saw the message, and I reread it, and obviously this time I reread it correctly. So yeah, my bad.
Well, it was a pretty clear text message.
No.
Sometimes I can ramble in text, but
nope.
it was basically you have conspiracy theory and one other topic.
Yep.
That was pretty much the text.
And I said, "Yep, I got it." I in fact did not got it.
But we got it now, so
Yeah.
that's all that matters.
Yep. So, all right, with that, Patrick, I think you got a little topic for us to discuss.
Yeah, we'll go to something a little more lighthearted.
Yeah.
So, I know you were kind of a what
Piece
for
of
lack of a
shit,
better-
shithead.
I was gonna
Which
say
one?
shithead, but
Yeah.
so I will admit I was more of a goody good growing up, but still got in trouble a few times. So let's tell the people about our best, favorite, worst, whatever you want to call it, trouble we got in as a kid.
Okay. All right.
You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I can go first. That's fine.
Okay.
So, out of the 100s plus times of me being in trouble under the age of 18, the one that really sticks with me the most, I was like 8 or 9. Went over to my cousin's house. We looked at Pokemon cards together, and we both had a lot of Pokemon cards at the time. It was the big thing. She had a holographic Charizard
Ooh.
that I was dying to have, and she would not trade it to me. She would not. So she put the card up. You know, you had these cool binders that had all your cards in it. She put it up, and later in the day, I went back up. I found her thing, and I stole her Charizard card. I jacked it. I did. I was like 8 or 9. I stole it. Took it home. And later that evening, hours later, my aunt called and was like, "Hey, Brandon, Erica had said that you really liked her Charizard card, and she can't find it. Did you accidentally grab it?" I was like, No. Then my parents asked me, and they're like, "Brandon, did you take this?" And I was like, No. And then they found it in this, I called it my secret drawer going up. And it was not a secret. Everyone knew I had it. It was in my closet. It was a drawer that was just like a little stand. And it was my secret drawer. But I held all of my valuable items in there. But it wasn't a secret. Everyone knew it was there. One time I put the cat in it. But that's besides the point. They found it there. And my dad, a Marine, decided that the best punishment was to empty out my room completely, except for a mattress, a bookshelf with the encyclopedias, A through Z, and a Bible.
That is
2
great.
weeks. 2 weeks as like an 8 or 9-year-old. As soon as I got home from school, I was told, "Go upstairs. I'll call you down for dinner." I had to go upstairs and just read encyclopedias and shit. Luckily, there was pictures in it. But by far, like, the harshest punishment I felt I ever received for my age to crime I committed at that point.
Well, also at that point, it's not like you were in trouble just for stealing the card anymore.
It was for lying and stealing.
For lying to 3 separate people.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'll admit that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, it sticks in my head. I'll never forget it. So, I guess job mission accomplished on the punishment
Job well
part.
done,
Yeah.
Dad.
Yeah, you figured it out. Yeah. So,
So
that'll be it.
yeah, I've got two. The first one, do you remember the movie Napoleon Dynamite, Brandon?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, there's a very famous scene in that movie, for those that haven't seen it, where they take a little wrestling action figure. It's got a fishing line wrapped around it, and they throw it out the window of the bus and hold onto the fishing line, and you see it bouncing around back behind the bus.
Okay.
Well, for about a month, we did that on the bus every single day. All sorts of shit was thrown out that window. Walkie-talkies, monster cans, action figures. What really boned us though was one of the guys threw the other kid's backpack out of the bus. It gets even better though. He did not wait for us to tie the fishing line to the backpack.
Oh no.
So he just yeets the kid's backpack out of the bus, not connected to anything.
Oh gosh.
And the kid that his backpack was thrown out of the bus was kind of you and he probably had similar growing ups with getting in trouble.
Yeah.
He's kind of a shithead too.
Okay. So he kind of deserved it.
No. I mean not that, but it wouldn't be uncommon for him to lose things. So
yeah. Oh, okay.
He got home, and I'm assuming got yelled at by his mom, and of course instantly threw everyone under the bus. I mean, it's elementary, middle school. There's no honor amongst thieves at that point.
Sure.
And so his mom called in, and every single one of us had to go sit down in the principal's office and talk about what we did for like 2 hours.
Awkward.
Then all of us had to ride in the first, second, and third seats on the bus for the rest of the school year.
Wow.
We were right up front with the bus driver every single day. It was not fun anymore on the bus.
No, that doesn't sound very fun.
The other one's not quite as funny of a story, but in middle school, this one kid came over and took a cup of peaches and smacked it into my face and walked away.
Yeah.
And so I turned and threw a slice of pizza at him, and it smacked him in the face.
Oh.
As is tradition with, sports, anything,
tradition.
the retaliation is what gets caught.
So yes.
I'm there, the side of my head is wet with peaches. But I'm the one that gets grabbed by the back of my shirt and pulled down to the principal's office. And not the other kid. The other kid got in no trouble because your boy didn't fucking snitch.
Yeah, you ain't no snitch.
I didn't fucking
Good
snitch.
shit.
I just said,
That's my
yeah,
boy.
we were playing around and I threw a slice of pizza at him. I left out the whole peaches thing. And the principal, you could tell, was like, why the fuck would you throw your slice of pizza at him? And so anyways, they called my mom in the middle of the school day, which is, never fun.
No,
when
yeah.
Parents get called in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
And my mom goes, okay, can you put the phone on speaker so I can talk to him?
Tell him how much I'm gonna fucking whoop that ass.
And, well, she didn't raise her voice, didn't anything. She just said, Patrick, did you throw a slice of pizza at them? I said, yeah. She goes, do you think you should have done that? I said, no, it was dumb. She said, okay, Principal so-and-so, you can take me off speaker now. And then... And obviously I can't hear my mom's side at this point because it's not on speaker.
Yeah.
And the principal goes, oh, okay. Hangs up and goes, your mom said you're cleaning the cafeteria for the rest of the week.
Oh, shit. That fucking really sucks.
Every day after lunch, when everyone else went to recess for the rest of the week, I went and swept and mopped the cafeteria.
That's actually pretty solid, Mom. That's actually, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially the taking you off speaker. Surprise, bitch, you cleaning the cafeteria.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, Mom, jeez.
But your boy ain't no fucking snitch.
Yeah, that's good. That's what really counts.
It did suck basically losing recess for a week, though. So.
Yeah, recess was like my time to shine.
Oh yeah.
That was the only part of school I enjoyed.
Play football on the concrete, and
Yeah.
inevitably every day someone gets hurt.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. There was a lot of injuries there.
Oh yeah, because you're playing football on concrete.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it sounds like you were a little more ornery than I thought you'd be, but
Well, that was pretty much the extent of my
trouble.
shit kickery.
Yeah. Yeah. I just named one out of a million things. So. Yeah.
I didn't do much, but when I did, I went all out.
Yeah. You definitely made a statement.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, this week you got a draft for us, right?
I do.
Okay.
Since we did the overrated draft last week, figure it's only fitting that we do the underrated draft this week.
Yeah.
All right. So as is tradition, heads or tails, Brandon?
Well, sticking with my pattern here, I'm going to go with heads again.
You would be correct.
Oh, got him.
Nice.
All right. Okay. Let's see here. I think one of the most underrated things. Okay. It's going to be. Okay. All right. Okay. It is going to. No. We're good. It's going to be aloe.
It's gonna be what?
Aloe. It's so good
like
for
aloe
you.
vera?
Aloe. Yeah. So, when you're sunburnt, there's nothing that feels better than rubbing like some fucking cold aloe on it.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
right.
And then it has a bunch of other health benefits, not just for sunburn, but like, damn,
That's like the
rubbing
only reason anyone ever uses it.
rubbing aloe on fresh, steaming hot sunburn, and it's like cold as fuck. So
It's like,
underrated. When I was on my honeymoon, we were on a tropical island off the coast of South America, and we ended up buying aloe while we were there, and I got
smart.
super burnt. But man, I tell you what, just rubbing that on is incredibly underrated.
Oh,
It
yeah.
deserves so much more credit.
Yeah.
So
you're right.
aloe, yeah.
I'll admit it's been a hot minute since I've been sunburned to need aloe,
Yeah.
but you're right.
Yeah.
And when it first goes on, because you're just like,
Yep.
Now the relief doesn't last too long. It's only like a short lived.
Yeah, but the first couple minutes, just
Oh,
lathering
yeah,
it
you've got
on
about
is
5 minutes
Yeah.
of just feeling amazing.
it's bliss. Because sunburn really fucking hurts. It is
dude, yeah.
painful.
Yeah,
So-
sunburn's the fastest way to just fucking ruin a vacation.
It is very much so.
Sunburned on day one, you've missed the next 3 days of
Yep.
vacation.
Yeah. Yep. So that aloe is so underrated.
good.
People just don't talk about it very often, but
Yeah.
like I
Oh,
feel like it
yeah,
needs
but-
some recognition.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
My first pick is this one's the only one on my list that I think you would maybe take.
Oh
So,
gosh.
snatch
So
it
you're gonna
right out of the
snatch it?
gate.
It's a little shitty. All right.
Right out of the gate.
Okay.
When you get home from a shitty day of work and your dog's just right there.
Oh. Yeah, agree. So a greeting from a dog?
Yeah.
Is that your yeah, that's fair.
Specifically after work.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. Yeah,
I mean, when you
that's-
get home from the grocery store and they're happy, that's fine too. But, you get home. I mean, we work, those that don't know, Brandon and I work 12-hour shifts. Shifts get kind of long.
Yep. They
And you
do.
just get home at the end of that and your dog comes running up and wagging like it's the first time they've seen you or they haven't seen you in weeks.
Yep. It's been
Love-
12 hours, but they act like it's been a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a very good feeling. I really enjoy that. Also, I enjoy any love from my dogs.
Well, yeah.
I feel like it's just like almost nothing on the planet that's better than dogs.
I mean, yeah. I
They're
agree
like
with you
top
on that.
5 best things ever. Dogs.
They're pretty awesome.
Yeah. All right. Me again, right? Right?
Yeah, it's you.
Okay. Underrated. Peeing in the snow.
Okay.
Dude, there's something so refreshing about it being like really cold out and you just taking a piss into snow. It just is. I don't know I can't help it. Peeing outside in general is honestly super underrated.
It's pretty great. Yeah.
Dude, yeah. Peeing in a toilet, great. It's fine. Nothing special about it. Pissing outside, you're so free. There's just nothing that's stopping you. You just feel like you could do anything.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever written your name in the snow while peeing?
Oh, have I? Come on, that's a stupid question. Any man with a penis, because we have to clarify nowadays. Of course I have. Yeah, but also, our names aren't like the shortest.
No, we've got a pretty long names, so you start getting into those last couple
You gotta
letters.
conserve, yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
Or you have to just really piss. You have to have held it quite a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, peeing outside, I guess, is more of, but peeing in snow, but really just peeing outside in general just feels amazing.
As someone that grew up in the country, I've peed outside many, many, many times. Pretty awesome. It never gets old.
Yeah, fun little secret. Night shift cops, we find places outside to piss all the time because places are closed. We don't want to go all the way back to the police station, things like that. We just go find a nice dark spot and take a piss. That's what we do. Now you know. Now you know.
A ride along with the trooper in college, and it was like 10:30, so it wasn't even late yet. And he's like, "I gotta piss. Give me a second." And we're down in like Fountain County. And he just pulls off in a country road, blacks out the car, steps outside, and just pisses in the middle of the road.
Yep. Yeah, we do it. I'm sure for a trooper it sucks even more. Because we at least are like in cities more often. I guess they can pull off and get in one, but like we know our spots. We know where we gotta go. We have like 3 or 4 spots, and depending on where we're at in the city, that's where we decide.
So. Funny, the trooper said, "Yeah, most of the time I don't go to gas stations anymore because this guy was like fresh out of the academy. He'd only been a trooper like 6 months."
Ah, yeah.
And he goes, which means that's why he got stuck with me on the ride along.
Sure.
New guy.
Yeah.
But he goes, "Yeah, I don't really stop at gas stations anymore because like a month into being on my own, I stopped into one to go take a piss, and it was getting robbed."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like his first month on the job, he stopped at a gas station.
You mind hanging on real quick while I take a piss?
Stop the robbery.
Yeah. Oh man, that is.
Yeah, I walked in and I heard some weird bouncing and looked. The guy that was trying to hold up the cashier had thrown his gun down one of the aisles.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, I probably wouldn't want to go in there either. Also, gas station bathrooms are so fucking disgusting that I would much rather piss outside.
Dude, do you remember when we were driving up to your bachelor party and stopped at the one off 65?
Oh, yeah, I do.
It was the fucking nastiest, like, piss.
I didn't know if you were going to talk about that gas station or the one where we walked 5 miles to get gas.
No,
okay, gotcha. All right, cool.
No, the one with the lake of piss in the bathroom.
Ugh, yes, that's gross.
And the Gatorade bottle of piss back on the back of it,
Yeah. Yeah. I would agree.
Truck stop bathrooms are so much better.
They are, yeah. Hell, you can go shower in them.
Yeah, they actually give a shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree.
All right, that was a good little tangent we had there.
We did, yeah. All over.
A lot of piss talk.
Lot of piss talk.
Shout out any piss fetish people. We probably just satisfied you for a bit there. All right, my next pick.
This is your
second.
Okay, so all right.
Only number 2 for me.
Jeez, yeah.
Oh man, I've got some good ones here. I'm gonna go with this one. Fresh baked bread.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right out of the oven, and it's still warm. Put some butter on it. Oh.
I would agree. That shit is good. My wife's boss, his wife made us fresh baked bread once from she has like this bread maker or whatever, and it was absolutely amazing. It's just a whole other world.
My mom used to make bread a lot growing up, so I was spoiled. I didn't know how good I had it until I moved out. don't get fresh baked bread very often anymore.
Yeah, that's kind of sad. Yeah.
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 All right, what you got for number 3, Brandon?
Okay. My number 3. Sorry. Gotta adjust here. Is making people laugh.
Okay.
I feel like there's so much serotonin that comes from like the feeling you see when you see someone laugh at something that you wanted them to laugh at.
Yeah.
That is just like super solid. You get a laugh out of someone and you're like, especially me personally, I love making people laugh, and I do try kind of hard to make people laugh, like at work, especially with dark jokes, things like that. But when you get someone laughing that you wanted to laugh at it, you just get like this weird serotonin, and you're like, this is pretty cool. This feels nice. So, yeah. I like
especially
being a
because if you're trying to make someone laugh and then it's just crickets, you just feel like shit.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go jump off a bridge now.
Yep. Yeah, you just feel like a fucking idiot for even saying anything. Yeah, so that would be something that's underrated in my opinion. People just don't think it's. I'm trying to think of things that just people don't take. Like they just take for granted or don't really like. Yeah. They just skim past it, but they're things that actually like are underrated that make you feel a type of way.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm going with that.
My next one, it's a little bit of a long-winded here, so stick with me. So when you grab a cup to grab something to drink, right?
Okay.
And then you grab, like, let's say you're getting some Pepsi. You grab the cup and you put your ice in it or whatever you want, and then you grab the Pepsi and you look and you see there's not that much left.
Okay.
You fill it up and it fills the cup up perfectly to where you wanted.
That's just OCD.
As it finishes up the bottle.
That's so OCD.
It's heavy OCD.
Yeah.
Exactly the correct amount in there for that.
That is.
Oh, it's just such a good feeling.
Yeah, that is solid. I would agree, but that's very OCD of you to say.
Yeah, it's very OCD and incredibly specific and incredibly niche.
Yeah, that very, very niche. Yeah. Okay. Well, I wouldn't disagree. It but
is
wow,
in fact underrated because you would never fucking think about it.
You're correct. Yeah, you would. Yeah. All right. Anyways, was that your third? Yeah.
That was number 3 for me.
All right. Number 4 is going to be something that might not sound overrated, but you'd be surprised how many people don't do this, and it's naps.
Oh.
There is almost nothing better than taking a fucking nap when you're exhausted and waking up feeling so much better.
Oh, yeah.
But also sometimes my naps turn into sleeps.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever do that? Yeah. I'm laying down for an hour and you wake up 6 hours later and you're like, what fucking year is it?
Yeah. Your tongue's stuck to the inside of your mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. Your arm's just completely asleep. You can't even move it. You ever wake up where you literally
you feel like you're having a stroke?
You ever wake up where you try and move your arm and you can't, and you have to like drag it?
Not usually
for
the whole
like
arm,
30 seconds
sometime.
I have literally done it to my whole arm when I was a kid, and I was so scared that I thought I was like paralyzed in my arm or some shit. It was wild. My parents were like, Brandon, calm down. It'll come back. You just need blood flow. And then it came back like 30 seconds later. But I had to like grab my arm and lift it. It was pretty odd.
Oh yeah, especially as a kid, that would be terrifying.
Yeah, but not to go on a weird offhand story, but yeah, naps are very underrated, and more people need to take them.
Naps are great. That's probably my least favorite thing about working nights. Naps are you pretty much can't do them.
Yeah.
The amount of times I've laid down at 1 a.m. to take a 45-minute nap and then woken up to the sun being outside.
Yeah.
Because then you're just like, fuck, I just ruined the whole next day.
Yeah. Yeah, night shift is a whole
nothing
different...
you can do.
Yeah, it's a different beast, unfortunately. So, yeah, that was my...
A good nap is, especially like when the weather's perfect, that you can have the window open when you take a nap.
Yeah.
Oh,
I agree. Yeah. So that's my fourth. So now on to you.
My fourth. We're going back to when you get home from work. When you get home from work and you take your socks off.
Okay.
Dude, my feet sweat like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So I get home and I take them off and just let them puppies breathe.
Yeah, you let the dogs eat, man. You just gotta let them out.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah. I mean, it is. Yeah, I walk barefoot around I don't really wear socks inside my house at all.
No, me
That's just weird. Just like if you sleep in socks, you're really extra weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess releasing the dogs from the pound after all day, that's not that bad.
Oh yeah.
It does
Especially
feel
like
good.
when they're still a little sweaty wet.
You're being so
like
gross.
That breeze over them.
Yeah. Imagining your feet right now and you just basically giving me a strip tease with socks.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
next time I take them off after work, I'll send you a video.
Please don't. I would prefer you not. All right. My fifth pick is actually something I should have made my first pick, truly.
Ooh.
Yeah. So my last pick in this draft of the most underrated things is grandparents.
Okay.
Grandparents are so underrated. They really mold your childhood and who you're going to be and give you some of the best memories on a more wide scale. Obviously there's some people that have had really shitty grandparents or grandparents who don't care about them, whatever. But overall, like, some of the best memories you ever make are usually with your grandparents. They play a huge role as the good guy while your parents are the bad guy, and in a lot of cases they do the good cop bad cop. But I think grandparents, especially since I have none of them and I haven't since like 2016 or 17.
Yeah.
And seeing some of people my age, adults, having grandparents still. But growing up, every single weekend I went to my grandparents' house. So every weekend. So it was, I think they're so underrated and underappreciated. Grandparents are like real MVPs. So,
oh yeah, grandparents are awesome.
Yeah, so that's it.
I was not fortunate enough to live close to mine. My closest grandparents lived in Pennsylvania, so did not get to see mine as much as you got to see yours. But
yeah,
it was always awesome when I did get to see them.
For sure, yeah. I know personally, my grandparents. I saw them multiple times a week, even so they definitely played a big part. And I feel like a lot of people's grandparents do, but sometimes like you just don't live close to them and they don't. So yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, mine still. I got to see him probably 4 to 5 times a year, so maybe about every other month.
Sure.
Which still isn't too bad.
Yeah, that's not bad. No.
Not for them living 8 hours away.
Yeah.
10 hours away.
I agree. So, yeah, that's my last pick.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
My last pick is a lot less serious than yours.
All right, that's okay.
Mine is the movie The Other Guys.
Is that with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg?
Yep.
Yeah, it is a great movie.
It's such a good movie, and I've really never heard anyone talk about it.
That's true.
Other than to say, yeah, it's a really underrated movie.
It is very funny. Very funny movie.
Where Mark Wahlberg's talking shit to Will Ferrell and then comes back in the office and is like, I was going to go talk shit about you behind your back out in the hallway, but my dad raised me better than that. And Will Ferrell goes, oh, thank you. That's very nice. And Mark Wahlberg goes, no. So I'm going to talk shit to your face.
Is that where they go in about a tuna and a lion?
Yes. Yep, that's the tuna and lion bit. And it ends with Mark Wahlberg just dumping his coffee on Will Ferrell.
Yeah, because Will Ferrell's like, nah, now you're in my part.
That didn't go how you you thought, did it? Nope.
It is a very good movie.
Yeah, and all of Will Ferrell's exes and current girlfriend are just the hottest women in the world.
Yeah.
And he's like, she's a 7 at best.
Yeah.
To Eva Mendes.
Yeah, to Eva Mendes. Yeah. That is, very good movie. But people don't really like, they're like, oh, what's a funny comedy you want to watch? People just don't say it, and it might just be because it's, past its prime. It's 10 or so years old, whatever, but
Well, even when it was new, I don't really remember people talking about it much.
Yeah.
It was one of those that was like, oh, it was funny, and then people never talk about it again.
Which is kind of surprising because Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell make
Yeah.
pretty good movies together.
Two pretty big heavy hitters.
Yeah, yeah. Action and comedy meet together, and two of the best at those movies were in it. So,
Yep, and I'm sure you all can hear my dog
Boss.
playing with his squeak toy now.
yep, I heard it.
Yeah.
There's a nice little squeak there.
Hey, can you be a little quieter, please? I'm recording.
I hope he squeaks it again right now. Damn it! All right,
Nah, he was looking at me like, shut the fuck up.
all right. Now that we're done with the draft, I have a question for you.
Okay.
So-
Oh, there's the squeak again.
Ah, perfect. So, here's the thing: you get to pick two bands that you get to see together in concert. So both bands are playing one night concert, one night only. They can be alive, dead, any band, any singer on the planet that's ever lived, dead or alive. You get to see them. Who and why?
It's going to be two very different bands for me.
Okay,
Queen and Fall Out Boy.
that is really odd combo, but I think it could work.
You can't tell me that wouldn't be an
It
amazing.
might actually be kind of bangers. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so, Fall Out Boy's probably my favorite band of all time.
Wow.
I grew up right in their prime,
Yeah. Okay.
so that pretty much always what I listened to when I was driving to and from school. And Queen, man, I just love Freddie Mercury's.
We're
band.
obviously talking about bands in their prime, not like today. It's like prime band. Who would you choose?
Well, Queen doesn't
Yeah,
exist
correct.
anymore,
I know.
so that-
That's what I'm also getting at is for Queen. Yes, they didn't exist, but Fall Out Boy, back in their prime, I'm sure they were much better to see than now. So
Honestly, do they even still tour?
I don't know. I didn't ever really like that band all that much. My sister loved them, but I just couldn't do it.
Big fans of both of them.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. Okay.
What about you? What do you got
All
for
right. Okay. First one is going to be Linkin Park. They are my favorite band of all
Shocker.
time. Yeah. R.I.P. Chester. Still, I love you, man. So yeah, my favorite band of all time. So of course, I would have loved to see them live. And then two is going to be Alice in Chains, because Alice in Chains, when
Okay.
Lane Staley was their lead singer, because his voice was like angelic, and they were just like this awesome '90s grunge band. And I would have liked to see them. So a little bit different of styles, but like
Yeah.
both lead singers are dead, unfortunately, and both had just like unreal vocals. So that would be it. Too easy.
That would be a good one.
Yeah.
Not a huge concert guy in general, so
Yeah, I don't really need to go see them live,
Mhm.
because it either ruins them for me,
yeah,
or I could have watched it on YouTube anyway.
right.
uh,
What
I-
anymore? So many bands just edit the fuck out of all their stuff.
Yeah,
so
they're-
it's
yeah.
kind of like shit on stage.
Yep, that too. It is. It could be a big letdown for some bands.
Like me up there being the lead singer.
yeah, and if you've ever heard Patrick sing,
Not
it's
great.
not great.
It would not make the underrated list.
Yeah, no, it would not. I don't think. Yeah, nope, not even a chance. Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah, that would be it. I think that Chester Bennington's like one of the greatest vocalists ever. So,
He's pretty good.
yep.
Or was, I guess I should say.
Yeah, sure.
Doesn't
Yeah, I
do a
got
whole
you.
lot of singing anymore.
Yep. So, if I could go back in time and see any concert, it would be them. So, all right. So, last but not least, the conspiracy theory of the week that I came up with approximately 50 minutes ago. But it is something that I watched like a little bit of a documentary on not too long ago, so it kind of made me think. So that's what we're going with. So in 1969, the United States landed on the moon, of course.
Nice.
Yeah. So good job to us. But was it real? Did it happen? Or were we using it as a way to basically just win the arms race /
Shove our cock down the Soviets.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Soviet Union was obviously our biggest competitor. Was it just to say, hey, we did it first? Was it filmed in a studio? What do you think?
By Steven Spielberg.
I don't think Spielberg was doing it in 69, but I could be wrong.
So let me start by, it would not surprise me in the least to find out that the government lied to us.
Ah, really? I thought they usually told us the truth.
There is one thing that leans me towards yes.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Have you ever seen the video of Buzz Aldrin? It was like mid 2000s. Some guy comes up and harasses him and is yelling at him, and then calls the moon landing fake. And Buzz just turns and punches him right in the face.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I don't think if it was fake, you would get that kind of reaction.
Well, I do, because if you know who Buzz Aldrin is, he's got a hot-headed temper and talks a lot of shit in general. So he might have had enough to hear about it and just like turned around and was like, yeah, fuck this guy. I don't know.
But I don't think he'd get so upset if it actually was fake. He'd probably turn and be like, fuck you.
Yeah, maybe.
He just socks the guy in the mouth.
Yeah, he does.
It's a good punch because he's old.
He's really old. I mean, he's been old for 30 years.
Yeah.
So he's like in his like high 80s, I think.
I'm watching the video again.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Jump ahead.
He does absolutely fucking sock the dude. But my answer is going to be an obvious no. We did not land on the moon in 1969. It was, in fact, to televise that we are better than the Soviet Union. I don't think we landed on the moon until... What was the next one? In the 80s? Is when we went back for the second time?
I'll pull up the list.
Yeah.
List of all moon landings.
U.S. moon landings.
Well, the U.S. is the only one that's ever been on
That's
the moon,
fair,
so.
yeah. List of six-manned moon. Okay. Apollo 12.
Yeah, let's see. I thought it was early 70s.
Oh, 71.
Yeah.
Yep, Apollo 14. Man. I don't know. I think Apollo 16... That's the one that looks the realest to me. No, I can't decide when it became real, but I really don't think that we did it in 69.
So you do think we've been on the moon. You just don't think it was in the 60s.
I don't think it was in the 60s, 70s. I don't think it was probably until the 80s or 90s that we had the technology.
I'm pretty sure after the 70s we stopped trying to go to the moon.
Yeah, that might be. We may have never been. I thought there was... Oh. Yeah, okay. Last time we've been to the moon is 1972.
72.
Yeah, December 11th of 72 is... Yeah. Okay, well, we have breaking news here. We've never landed on the moon. Because there's no fucking way that from 69 to 70... Yeah, no. I don't think we've ever landed on the moon. I have finally decided. I think that it is all filmed and staged, and I think it had a lot to do with propaganda, which, a lot of governments do propaganda to try and look like they are superior to someone else. If you've had... Side note, have you ever seen North Korea's propaganda? There's one
they're great.
There's one that's hilarious, and it is that they won the soccer World Cup, last World Cup in 2016, and they celebrated and had a parade and everything. Funny story is I don't think they even played in the World Cup.
They did not.
Yeah, so I think they've been barred for a while now.
My favorite was one of the last Olympics.
Oh.
Someone showed a clip from a North Korean news. It said North Korea won every single gold medal in the Olympics. China won every single silver medal in the Olympics. And Russia won every single bronze medal in the Olympics.
Yeah, okay.
The United States placed last in every single event.
Yeah, so it wouldn't surprise me for countries to go at crazy lengths to put a shout propaganda to make yourself look superior. In the 60s and 70s, man, that Cold War in the arms race and the race to space was the biggest news on the planet, really. So it wouldn't surprise me. I'm going to go 80% that it was fake, 20% holding out hope that one of those was real.
Well, the real test will be Elon wants to go there next year.
Yeah.
Wants to send some people next year. So
we'll definitely know if it's real or not.
Test.
Yeah. I was going to say, you almost can't fake it with the live feed. If you've ever watched some of his launches, everything is live feed. You get inside the capsule for certain
things. They show
so
you damn near everything.
Yeah, so pretty hard to fake that one. I mean, it wouldn't be impossible considering the technology, but I don't know, man. That thing looks like a Hollywood set back in the late 60s, early 70s. It really does. So I'm going to put a 80% chance that it was fake. So what about you? Give me a percentage here. What do you think?
Oh, hold on. I got to yawn. Sorry.
Perfect time to ask a question.
Should have had a second cup of coffee before starting this.
Yeah, clearly.
I would pretty much exactly flip-flop that.
Oh,
I would say 80% yes,
wow.
20% no.
Damn it. I'm again going to look like the unreasonable, crazy conspiracy theorist on our podcast. Damn it. All right, well, I was really holding out hope you were 50-50.
Yeah,
I felt it.
It definitely wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, but more likely than not, in your opinion, that it did happen.
I think so, yeah.
That's fair. All them pictures look so sus. So sus.
They're cameras from the 60s.
I don't know, man. They still look sus. I'm just saying. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I just don't think we did. And especially if we haven't been back since the 70s, I think we just did a bunch of filming in the 70s, and that was our.
I will say it is pretty suspicious that they've not even really attempted to go back since the 70s.
Yeah, every 10 years you need to show your dominance against the world and just put another American flag on the moon if you're serious about it.
Flags just get the moon's just going to be American flags.
Yeah, as it should.
Terraform the moon to be one giant American flag.
Hell yeah, you start putting the lines
red, white,
in the
blue in the sky.
Yeah.
Every night.
The moon is shining red, white, and blue now. Fuck everybody else. Yeah. So, which also, goes back to what? 2 conspiracies ago that we're living in a simulation? What was the moon must be fake. It's way too bright at night, man. It just makes no sense, dude.
So, one of my favorite, while we're still sort of on the space topic,
okay,
drag us too far away. One of my favorite stories about space, all that, is when the Soviet Union collapsed. They had a cosmonaut in the International Space Station.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy was supposed to be up there for 6 months.
Yeah.
That was it. But in that 6 months, his government collapsed.
Yeah.
And so he was still a Soviet citizen, which now doesn't exist. And no one was willing to bring him back.
Yeah.
So he spent 803 days on the International Space Station.
That's got to be one of the scariest things that could fucking ever happen to you.
Yeah.
Like, your government doesn't exist. They can't. They're not gonna come get you because they're gone.
I bet you there was a part of him that was like, "Fuck, I'm never going to go back to Earth."
I would truly start coming to the realization that I am gonna die up there. That is
especially
fucking scary.
Once you pass 2 years up there, it's like,
dude.
Well, fuck, it's just never happening. This is it.
I know he was a Soviet commie, but like, damn, I feel bad for him.
He was trying to do. Just a scientist.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
like he was.
Yeah, just a
he
scientist.
wasn't the government.
No, but he was still a commie, and that's that's one thing. But like, I feel bad as fuck that dude had to be subjected to that. Yeah, that would be absolutely horrible.
Well, and it's especially tough because not only is it damn near impossible to get you back at that point, but launching a ship up that's going to have more people coming back than it went up with comes into a whole different level.
Yeah, you just got to plan. Okay, yeah.
How do we balance this?
Yeah.
So that way we can do everything we need to do and bring the guy up.
Yeah.
So it ended up the U.S. shout out USA
Surprised we're saving people.
paid to have him brought back. In what was it, 81? Is that when he came back? Let's see. No, because the Soviet Union didn't collapse in 81. Anyways, whenever it was, so it would have probably been the 90s.
Might have been 91.
92 or 93 is when he came back. Yeah, it cost the U.S. like $35 million to.
That also
bring him
mathematically just like is so outrageous to think that it costs that much to bring someone back. I get, I wonder if they sent the bill. You know what I mean?
Who? The Soviet Union didn't
Nah,
exist.
fuck it. Russia's still there. He's gonna end up being a Russian citizen. I mean,
so also fun fact.
that's just so scary.
The NATO Security Council,
Yeah.
or not NATO, I'm sorry, the UN Security Council. The seat that Russia occupies is technically not theirs. Because in the charter, it says the Soviet Union has a permanent seat. And the Soviet Union never officially passed along that seat to Russia. So if we wanted to, we could kick Russia out of the UN. But
Well, I mean, I feel like that probably should have happened a long time ago.
Sure,
Also, I
yeah.
feel like the U.S. shouldn't be in the UN or NATO. So they're just a fucking bunch of fucking leeches.
NATO makes more sense than the UN.
Yeah, both of them just leech off the majority of the U.S. defense budget and economy.
True.
If you look at the contributions from every other country than ours, we're like all of them together plus some. So
Yeah, let's see.
it is
Funding NATO.
yeah, quite an outrageous
Is there a
amount.
breakdown?
Probably
Yeah,
in
let's see.
like some 800-page
Oh,
document.
no, it's actually on their main website.
Oh,
You
shit.
can find it pretty easily.
That's pretty sick.
16% of NATO is funded by the U.S.
Okay.
The
Who-
United Kingdom makes up 11.
Oh,
That's actually a
Good for
lot
them, man,
higher
yeah.
than I would have thought from them.
yeah.
That's
That's nice
shit.
of them.
Germany makes up 16% as well.
Holy shit.
They make up the exact, like down to the 4th decimal place, the exact same percentage.
I wonder about the UN though, because I bet
Yeah, that's probably.
yeah, NATO
Oh.
might NATO I get so NATO isn't as big of an organization obviously. Doesn't have
It's basically just if one of us gets attacked, all
Correct.
of us are fucking fighting.
yes.
Is essentially what it is.
UN funding by country.
Yeah,
Let's see
that's
if we can't
probably gonna
find
be,
this. Okay.
That's probably going to be a little more. Yeah, 28% U.S.,
Yep.
15% China.
Yep.
That's 1 and 2.
Yep. And the fact that we are almost doubling China's amount is
Yeah.
again also outrageous because China is far more financially prosperous than us at this point, considering they're the biggest exporter on the planet.
Let's see.
I think their world economy or their economy is just like far superior to ours monetarily.
I think we still have the highest GDP.
Oh, really?
Let's see. Yeah,
What about per capita though?
we're both per capita and
Yeah.
total.
Oh, okay.
Our total GDP is 23 trillion. China's is 17.7, and when you adjust it per capita, we go up to $69,287 per person,
Okay.
and China's is 12,000.
Oh my gosh.
Well, they've
Yeah.
got over 1 billion people in their country.
That's also true.
So
Yeah, yeah.
if we've got more before adjusting, of course it's going to be more when we adjust.
I know, yeah, but that adjustment's pretty large. But I guess, yeah, when you-
China is absolutely fucking us in annual growth.
yeah, that's
We're 5.7% annual growth. They're 8.1.
yeah. I mean, they could very well end up. I mean, they need to get rid of a lot of their fucking population for the math to start mathing, but
Yeah, I don't think per capita they'll ever pass us.
Yeah.
But they will in total GDP.
yeah, yep, I would agree. So,
They absolutely will in total.
wow, imagine that. We started talking about something that was not planned on the podcast at all.
I think we do that most weeks.
I
We
know,
don't usually
that's-
spend quite this long.
Yeah,
but
yeah, we really went on a world tangent here, but
Yeah.
and we're in line with our new global listeners.
Yeah.
We're just talking more
Hey,
globally,
shout out our German listeners.
Yeah.
You guys contributing as much to NATO as we do.
Yeah, good shit.
Shout out.
Also, like, shout out to sending all that shit over to Ukraine. Good on you. Yeah. So, cool. All right. Well, I think we're done here, right?
I think so.
Okay,
We had almost
cool.
an hour, so.
I mean, yeah. And we talked about more things than we even planned on talking about by a lot.
I've
So
got a massive poop calling my name.
I need a
Right,
cup of
about
coffee, and then we're going to go play one of our favorite games, Rocket League. We're going to go grab Champ 2 tonight.
Yeah, that'd be
So,
nice.
yeah. All right. Well, with that, we're going to let Patrick poop, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Thanks again, everyone.
Yep.